I've been watching wrestling most of my life, and WrestleMania 34, the biggest show of the year, the granddaddy of them all, is Sunday. So, let's make some predictions. The first of our 8-hour 13-match show is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. An unnamed amount of men will jump in the ring and try to throw each other out. It really doesn't mean anything. As much as announcers try to say it's a catapult into history and all this BS, all the winners have done nothing. So, I'm going with ELIAS. If he's not Braun Strowman's partner. Or maybe both. How about that? The winner gets to be Braun Strowman's tag partner. We'll get to that in a minute. Winner, ELIAS. Up next is the women's meaningless battle royal. There's a lot of storylines going in this. Absolution on Raw's side, the Riot Squad on SmackDown side, and then you got Bayley and Sasha fighting each other. Their friendship is ending. I'd say someone from either Absolution or Riot Squad will probably win. They've been pushing Mandy Rose pretty hard. Sure, the Giant Vagina Trophy goes to Mandy Rose. Next up is the 205 Live Championship. Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. Background on this is that their champions and number one contenders kept getting arrested, so they had to hold a tournament. I do not watch 205 Live, so I don't know a lot about these guys, but I think Cedric pulls this one out. Next up is for the Raw Heavyweight Championship of the World, whatever the hell they're calling it these days. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. They've been pushing Roman Reigns down fans' throats for 3 years, begging them to root for this guy, and it finally worked. He finally gets some cheers, and Brock Lesnar, he fights once every 3 months. His heart is not in it anymore. He wants to go back to UFC fighting. Roman pulls this one out. And yes, I know it's called the Universal title. On the SmackDown side for the WWE Championship, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles in a rematch of the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match in Japan. This should be the best match on the card if they're given enough time. If they get 15-17 minutes or more, it'll be a classic. If they give them 10 minutes, it's going to be disappointing. Either way, the winner will be Shinsuke Nakamura. Next up, we have a triple threat match between The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor. The Miz is so great with the belt, and he needs to keep it. Nobody else cares for the Intercontinental Championship, which is the second most important belt on Raw, except for The Miz. He finds it the most important belt in wrestling. No one else sees it more important than the belt they wear to work. So winner, The Miz. Next up, the US title, the second most important belt on SmackDown. I don't watch a lot of SmackDown, to be honest. I work on Tuesdays, and I just don't find it as good as Raw. Between Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Rusev, and Jinder Mahal. The fans want Rusev. Winner, Randy Orton. For the Raw Women's title, we have Nia Jax versus 5 Feet of Fury, Alexa Bliss. They're best friends in real life and on camera until Alexa Bliss started calling Nia Jax fat, saying she was using her as muscle, and was seen on camera making fun of her. They're running a bully angle, and I can't imagine with their whole campaign of be a star, not a bully, that they would let the bully win. Your winner and new champion, she's not like most girls, Nia Jax. For the Women's Championship on SmackDown, we have the genetically superior daughter of the legendary Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair, versus the Japanese sensation, undefeated Asuka. Asuka won the Royal Rumble, chose this match, and I think her streak continues. For the Raw Tag Team Championship, we have The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, versus Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. There was a tag team battle royal to determine the number one contender, and Braun Strowman ran in and beat up like 20 guys. I think it's the dumbest thing you can ever possibly do, to have one guy beat two, because now it means those two guys can never become singles competitors again, because they proved even with help they can't win. Either way, Braun and mystery partner win this one. For the SmackDown titles, who really cares? Bludgeon Brothers, I guess. I'm serious. New Day and Usos are great together, but I don't watch enough SmackDown to know how Bludgeon Brothers have been doing, and I don't really care. In the mainstream match, we have Ronda Rousey, the worst woman on the planet, the baddest woman on the planet, teaming up with Kurt Angle to fight legendary dream killer and snuffer of young talent, Triple H, with his wife, Stephanie McMahon. Rousey and Kurt Angle are obviously going to win this one. The important thing will be if Rousey can wrestle at all. We've already learned she can't remember her lines and can't talk. She will not have a long career in this business, but maybe they can get a couple pay-per-view buys out of her. In our final match, we have, returning after 2.5 years, being told he will never wrestle again, Daniel Bryan teaming up with Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose, they're fired for good, and if they win, they get their jobs back. I can see them letting Daniel Bryan lose, which means we're going to get rid of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for a while until there's a star shakeup and they'll be on Raw. That means our winners for the night are ELIAS, Mandy Rose, Cedric Alexander, Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, Randy Orton, Nia Jax, Asuka, Braun Strowman, the Bludgeon Brothers, Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. There is also the possibility of a 14th match. For the last month, John Cena has been bitching and moaning that he doesn't get to be on WrestleMania. He gets chance after chance that other people had to work for. He just comes out and begs for, and loses, and loses, and loses. So, for the last 3 weeks, he's been out there begging The Undertaker for a match, calling him all sorts of names, saying, you owe me this, you owe me that. Undertaker's been doing this shit for 28 years. He doesn't owe you shit, John Cena. You're a whiny little bitch. Whoever John Cena fights beats him. That's my final prediction. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time.